7 reasons a Rolex will increase in value. Do you think Rolex watches will increase in value over time or not? Well, in this video, we're going to discover the 7 reasons why most Rolex watches tend to increase in value over time. Some of you already possess a Rolex watch, or maybe even a whole collection, while others are contemplating purchasing one, and you're concerned if its value may rise over time. Even while there is no method to predict whether the price of a certain Rolex model will climb or fall, luxury watch prices have risen rapidly over the years, making these watches generally an excellent investment. Rolex prices went up by 7.4% in 2021. This also increased the value of the used market. And in the first quarter of 2022, Rolex increased its prices by 4.2%. The majority of Rolex timepieces are made for a limited time and in restricted quantities. As a result, the market supply of Rolex is limited and cannot meet the high demand. Therefore, even though the prices on the secondary markets have recently come down significantly, prices may continue to rise from here on out. Hello, and welcome back to Watch Divine. Prepare to enter the mysterious world of luxury timepieces, where we will unveil to you the 7 secret reasons why Rolex watches will keep increasing in value in the coming years. Stay till the end and find out the number 1 determining factor that influences the price of a Rolex. Before wasting any more time, let's dive straight into the video. Number 1. Model, innovation, and technical upgrade. Rolex watches are generally valuable due to their exceptional craftsmanship, but the models are as important. The values of various Rolex models vary. The Submariner, GMT series, and Daytona are vintage models with excellent values. Let's take a closer look at the Rolex Submariner watch, for example, and how its price keeps climbing along with continuous technical improvements. Even though it was introduced in the market in 1954, this is one of the few timepieces designed specifically for experienced scuba divers. It has numerous wonderful attributes that have elevated it to worldwide renown. It has also been frequently copied since it is both a luxury item and a tool watch. When the Submariner watch initially became popular, it featured a 100-meter water resistance and cost around $1,265. Later, the manufacturer enhanced its water resistance rating to 660 feet per 200 meters. As a result, it was ideal for divers. The makers continued to make changes to it, such as higher steel quality, replacing aluminum bezels with exquisite ceramics, and so on. The Submariner grew from diving gear to a treasure for sophisticated people over time. It became a fashion accessory rather than a diving watch. The Submariner Rolex watch became a premium item, costing between $10,652 and $95,255, despite the fact that only a small percentage of its owners can fully utilize the watch's capabilities. Number 2. Condition. It's possible that the value of your Rolex will decrease if it's been subjected to significant amounts of wear and tear, is broken, or has been damaged in any other way. The value of your Rolex wristwatch will undoubtedly decrease if it sustains any kind of damage. It's in your best interest to preserve your watch in pristine condition, regardless of whether or not it's of the Rolex variety. By acting in this manner, the probability that its worth will rise will be increased. Number 3. Expensive base materials. Rolex, like other companies, has its own signature material that it uses to create its watches. It's possible that the one-of-a-kind material used in the construction of a Rolex watch, such as oyster steel, ever rose gold, Cerachrome, or chromalite, contributes to the aesthetic and premium value of the timepiece. For instance, the 36mm Rolex Explorer in oyster steel had an increase in price that was almost 60% higher than its original price of $9,385. Oyster steel is distinct from normal steel. It's more difficult and requires 904L. 316L is used for the standard steel. Because oyster steel does not easily corrode, even if you decide to keep your watch for a number of years, it will continue to look as lovely as the day you bought it. The incorporation of platinum within the alloy that makes up ever rose gold sets it apart from other varieties of rose gold. The element cerachrome is essential as well. Because of this, demand has skyrocketed for a number of different Rolex models, particularly those in the GMT series. The market price of the base materials, precious metals, and jewels being used in your watch is another reason why the value of Rolex watches will continue to rise in the future. Number 4. Soaring demand. Since late 2016, the world of watchmaking has been plagued by an excruciatingly low supply in comparison to the ever-increasing demand. This annoyingly low supply is one of the trends that are most likely to persist. It's safe to assume that the global provider of high-luxury watches available for retail will remain low, while demand is likely to continue its ascent skyward. This is because supply chain shortages and the ongoing pandemic are both disrupting watchmakers' manufacturing capacity and delivery schedules. Because of this, we're confident in our prediction that the cost of watches would continue to rise throughout this year, with very few companies, if any at all, seeing a decrease in value. Due to the extremely low availability at retail locations, it is quite doubtful that brands or authorized dealers will offer price reductions. As a result, the prices for watches sold on the resale market will likely be higher than their present values. It is impossible to imagine anything other than a rapid increase in the value of investment-grade watches from companies with well-established secondary markets such as Rolex, Richard Mille, Audemars Piguet, and Patek Philippe, as well as low production watches from independent manufacturers. Although it is highly improbable, the best-case scenario for new entrants would be for prices to remain stable at their current levels. Do you love anything Rolex? Then be sure to subscribe to our channel and be the first to know about our videos. Number 5. Reference number and inner working of the watch. In the vintage watch market, your Rolex's unique reference number and quality can set it apart from the competition. Because of these features, the watch is worth substantially more than other brands on the market. This might have a significant impact on whether or not your Rolex watch rises in value. For instance, GMT Master 2 has a resale value of up to 118% on average. Because it allowed pilots to reference a third time zone, it was considered a possible tool for pilots to watch. Caliber 3285 movements were also included for a fast date. This wonderful function allows you to change the local time without stopping the watch or the 24-hour GMT hand. Isn't it amazing? Other examples include a Rolex with the word Submariner in red lettering across its face. As the lettering is now changed to white, only the vintage Submariners, nicknamed Red Sub, still have the letters in red. Hence, this Submariner 1680s price has increased as a result of this development. The dial, and more specifically the rarity and the condition of the dial, have a huge impact on the value of a Rolex. Number 6. Resale value. A watch's value is usually expected to decline after purchase. When purchasing the right Rolex watch, on the other hand, it's a whole different story. The price for Rolex watches begins to return or even grow if other elements like time, innovation, and inner workings, etc. are in place. Please keep in mind, however, that it is a common myth that the value of your Rolex will instantly rise if it's designated as vintage. This is not how investing in pre-owned Rolex watches works. Only when all other deciding elements are in harmony will the value rise. Datejust is an example of this. Over the last decade, the antique model has had an average annual increase of $220. New versions range from $7,250 to $14,800, while owning a vintage model indicates no substantial price increase. Number 7. Influence by the entertainment industry. When actor Sean Connery wore the Submariner Rolex Model 6538 in Dr. No, the demand and value of the watch skyrocketed. There was a significant rise in interest in Submariner timepieces as a result of the film. An auction in 2012 fetched $81,184 and $250,615 for this timepiece. And more recently, one in exceptionally good condition was auctioned off for a whopping $567,000. Popular culture relies heavily on endorsements of well-known people in the entertainment business. Some ardent admirers like attempting to mimic the celebrity personas of those they admire. They are so enamored of them that they desire one of their accessories, or Rolex watches. When John Mayer endorsed the Daytona Rolex, it went from catching lower than retail on the pre-owned market to demanding a higher price on the secondary market than the retail price at the authorized dealers. So that was it for today's video. Did you find the number one factor that influences the price of a Rolex? That is, demand vastly outweighs supply. When supply can't keep up with demand, prices are bound to go up. And since Rolex even literally announced that they have no plans to increase their production, we expect prices to continue to climb. How about you? Do you think there are any other reasons why the value of Rolex might increase? If you do, please comment and let us know. If you liked the video, then don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode of Watch Divine.